Hello everybody and welcome to another Pokemon how-to series, this time of Pokemon Gold. In this first part I'll show you how to get all 3 starters in the same game without needing to trade. You'll want to save at this location at Professor Elm's lab. After that you'll want to pick a starter. It does not matter which one you pick. You'll see that I'm going to choose Totodile. You'll now be subject to some of the game's plot, not a big deal, just press through it, and as the game says, make your way to Mr. Pokemon's house. And be sure not to save the game at any point. Not without getting the phone number of a trusted adult. And then being harassed by his assistant to give us a potion that heals magical creatures. Once you make it to Mr. Pokemon's house, just play through the game as normal. You're going to have to do a lot of plot building and stuff, talking to characters. What's important though, is that you do not save the game at any point. You'll get the mystery egg and head back to Professor Elm's lab. Once you try to leave Cherry Grove City, this game's rival will try to fight you. For that reason, I recommend just battling any wild Pokemon you see along the way to make this fight a bit easier. After reporting our rival, and giving the mystery egg to Professor Elm's aide will give us 5 Pokeballs, which is important for our next step, because we're going to catch a Pokemon. Go to Route 29, catch any Pokemon. Once again, it does not matter what it is, just make sure you have a Pokemon to spare. After catching a spare Pokemon, head to the Pokemon Center in Cherry Grove City, and make your way to the PC, because this is where things start to get interesting. When you get to the PC, go to Bill's PC, and deposit your starter Pokemon into an empty box. After that, go to Change Box and change to an empty box, just for security's sake. The game's going to prompt you need to save, just say yes, and then it's going to overwrite the file, say yes, and count to 3 after you hit yes. So 1, 2, 3, reset. And then reload your game. And you'll see when I load back up, we're back at the start before I even picked up the starter, which is great. So now what you want to do is move ahead by picking a different starter this time. So in my case, a Chikorita. And now once again, we'll have to listen to Professor Elm's spiel for a little bit, no big deal. We'll finish up here, and then after that, head back to the PC in Cherry Grove City to see if the glitch worked. Now go to the PC and open up the Pokemon box. Withdraw, we'll see the Totodile I had from the last time I was in the game. And from a little exploit you can use when saving in the PC, I can keep the Pokemon in the box, but we go back to the original restore point, or other words, the save point I had before continuing on. And so you can see there I have 2 starters out of 3. And so we can do the exact same thing again. This time go back to Mr. Pokemon's house, back to Professor Elm's lab, get the Pokeballs, catch a spare Pokemon, and then once again head back into the Pokemon Center in Cherry Grove. So I'll see you guys there once I have that spare Pokemon with the 2 starters I already have, and we'll do the glitch again. This time I'm going to use Sentret as my spare Pokemon, just showing you this, because I also wanted to remind you that you should not save. Once again, saving will throw off the entire glitch, because that'll be your new restore point. So it's important to make sure that your last time you saved was in front of Professor Elm's desk with the Pokemon. So do not save at any point. So yeah, like I said, we're going to head back to the Cherry Grove PC, try the glitch again. What's nice is that we are able to duplicate both the Pokemon that we have, both the starters. Technically it's a way to clone, but since we're not saving while we already have the Pokemon, we won't keep them, but they will still maintain in the box, which is exactly what we want. So once again, we'll set up, see there's a Pokemon, put him into an empty box, then we're going to change to an empty box once again. The game has to be saved when we change boxes, and then we'll ask if it's okay to overwrite, hit yes, count to 3, reset basically towards the end of power. It's basically where you want to be for it to work. We'll load back in like last time, be back where we were last saved. fully save the game, and then finally grab the third starter, in my case, Cyndaquil. And after that, we'll go through the motions again. We'll have to, of course, listen to Professor Elm for like the third time, and get the potions from the aid, and then navigate Route 29, and head back to Cherry Grove City. So I'll see you guys there in a second. And finally, moment of truth. We're gonna head back into the Pokemon Center, head to the PC, and see our Pokemon. We should have all the starters now. And as you can see there, I do. Chikorita and Totodile, plus the Cyndaquil I just picked up. And this is how you get all 3 starters in both Gold and Silver. It is possible to do it in Crystal too. The reset time's a little bit different for doing the glitch to maintain the Pokemon in the box. I might go over that at another time. You can see there I can save the game now if I want to. I'm not going to, my preference. But that's all I have for you guys today. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time.